Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Now Fashion Hub, your solution to fashion, the #1 fashion designing channel in the world. So today I'm going to teach us how to take body measurement for senator, top and trouser. So if you are not subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button and turn your notification bell on so that you will notify whenever I drop my videos. If you don't subscribe, if you don't turn it on, the notification bell on, you will not know. So subscribe and let's start our class. Welcome to Now Fashion Hub. Alright, so in taking the measurement for a center top, you take the shoulder measurement, you take the chest measurement, you take the neck measurement, you take the sleeve length and the round. It can be short sleeve, it can be long sleeve. You take the wrist, you take the length of the top. It can be short length, it can be long length, depending on the style you want to make. So for trouser, you take the waist measurement, you take the hip measurement, you take the thigh measurement, you take the knee and the ankle measurement. Very, very important. So let's go straight into seeing how this measurement has been taken. Now, when taking measurement for the shoulder, if you notice the shoulder, there is a place, the shoulder, the neck, the shoulder bone is joining with the hand bone. You know, there's a joining here. There's a joining here. That's where you start your measurement, and the same point this side, you trace that point, you see it, yes. That's where you stop your measurement for the shoulder. So you keep your tip, you trace, keep your tip there, and then at this point you still mark the same thing. So you can see our tip is beginning from this point to this point to the shoulder. That is how you take the shoulder measurement. Now, when taking for the sleeve, you don't remove your hand or your tape at this point. You keep your finger where your shoulder stops, and then you bring your tape and begin your sleeve length at that point. This is very, very important, because if you measure your shoulder, stop at this point, and then coming to your sleeve, you start measuring up here or lower than the point where your shoulder measurement stopped, you will get an error in measurement. So you are very careful to place your finger where the shoulder stops so as to continue measuring for the sleeve. So measuring for the sleeve, like I said, you can measure for short sleeve, 3/4 sleeve or long sleeve. Now for short sleeve, you measure his, before the elbow, you measure his muzzle at this point. And when measuring this point, let his arm be folded so as to get maximum muzzle expansion. Then you take your measurement at this point. That is for the short sleeve. Coming to the long sleeve, still this coming to the 3/4, depending on where you want the 3/4 to stop. His own 13 is okay, 12, 14 is still fine, but 13 is okay, it's better. When you get to 13, at this point of 13, you still measure the sleeve round. Now when it comes to the long sleeve, you keep your tape all the way from the shoulder down. On getting to his wrist here, that is where you stop the measurement. For his long sleeve is 23 inches. Now the round at this wrist region, if you are using cufflinks, first, if the person is wearing a long sleeve shirt like this, you advise the person to do what? To fold the shirt so that you can get the accurate measurement at this point to take your wrist measurement. If you have cufflinks, you measure it to be fitted with just a finger in your tape, just a finger, and his cufflinks is 7. If it's not cufflinks, it's an open free hand, then you make sure you use just an allowance that will allow his fist to pass through the dress. So for example, if I use 12 here, this is too wide. If I should use 9, it won't allow his fist to pass through, so I have to find a balance. If I use 9.5, this will work, you see. So 9.5 is his sleeve round. If it's not using cufflinks, it's a free hand. That being done, the next measurement to take is the bust measurement. You see, taking the bust measurement, you don't allow your tape to be free, to be falling. You push your tape up to the maximum point. You don't allow your tape to fall behind. Your tape shouldn't fall behind when you're taking the bust measurement. Let it be up. Let it come the maximum level it can. And then when you take the bust measurement, his fitted bust measurement is 35. You now add an allowance of 3 inches. You see, that's enough for his senator top. When you get the fitted bust, you add allowance of 3 inches, and that is okay for the bust. The next thing to measure is the neck. Now when measuring the neck, you don't allow the tape to hang up like this. This is a wrong measurement. You allow the tape to fall to the base of the neck. You see, at the base of the neck here we are having 15.5. Meanwhile, at the top, in the middle of the neck we are having 14. So if I had used 14, it's wrong. So you allow the tape to fall at the base of the neck for your neck measurement. Next is the length of the dress. Now, this is very important as well. When taking the length for your dress, you don't keep your tape at the shoulder here, at the lower level here. It will give you a wrong measurement. You bring your tape close to the neck, the highest point of his shoulder. Then you take the length of the dress. Now, the length of the center top can be 31, 32, dependent on how he wants it to be, or it can be long length. So let's take the length. Next is to take the trouser measurement, the pants. You see, you take his waist measurement. You make sure that your tape is not too tight, just a bit free, you see, that it can move. That's all. For his waist measurement, you have 31. And then you take his hip measurement. You allow the tape to pass freely, you see. On the center of his bum, that's where you take the hip measurement. So for him, his hip measurement is 36. Now you take this measurement, putting 3 of your fingers in the tape. You see, 3 fingers, 1, 2, 3 in the tape. This is hip measurement 36. The next we are going to do is to take the thigh measurement. Now the thigh measurement also, you don't just take it, you ensure that, you ensure that, now at this point, cross your hands. You ask your customer to cross the hands so as not to obstruct any measurement you are taking from down here, from the trouser. Very important. So you see, at this point, you make sure you bring your tape to the highest point of his thigh. Then you take the thigh measurement, also putting 3 fingers in the tape. 3 fingers, you see. So we are having 23.5 here to be his thigh measurement. The next we measure is his knee. You see, so the knee, his fitted knee is 15 inches, but of course we open it a little. You can just put 2 fingers in the tape to give you 16. Just a little allowance so as the trouser can pass. You also can measure the midpoint between the ankle and the knee, because some persons normally have some kind of big muscle at this point. So you measure so as not to have the trouser tight at this point, and then you measure the ankle. You see, when measuring the ankle, you also allow 3 fingers in the tape. Let's take a measurement for the ankle. you allow 3 fingers in the tape. So as for him, we are having 12 here for a fitted straight trouser. 12 is fine. That is that for the waist, the hip, the thigh, the knee, the ankle. The next we do is to measure his trouser length. Now, while measuring his trouser length, you don't, and while taking body measurement in general, you don't allow your customer to bend. If he had bent at a point, it's wrong. So he stands straight or she stands straight, and then you locate his waist area. Place your tape there, the tip of the tape. Always begin from 0, the tip of the tape, and then you allow the tape to flow freely to a little bit below the ankle here. You see? So his trouser length is 37. Now, there are some few precautions that we must note when taking body measurement. One, and the most important one, is that you must make sure that your customer, the person you are taking his measurement or her measurement, is standing straight while you are taking the measurement, not bending. That's why I say if it had bent at any point, then it's wrong. You won't get an accurate measurement as such. So the customer stands straight while you take your measurement. Number 2, you always ensure to write down your measurement while taking them. Don't assume any measurement. As you take the measurement, you write them down. So 2 important precautions. 1, your customer stands straight while you measure. 2, you ensure to document all your measurements. You do not assume any measurement for you to get an accurate and a well-made dress. So thank you so much. That's just about taking measurement for a senator top and pants. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button and turn your notification bell on so that when I drop my next video, you'll be notified and you will come watch. Thank you so much. This is one of my students, Mr. Lukwa. Thank you so much. So say hi to us.
Hi everybody.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So thank you. We'll see you in my next video.